A rag-wearing highwayman lay dead half a mile down the road from the lonely Boondock rail station Quinn and Fergus had just arrived from. Bits of smashed skull and brainy pulp formed a halo around where the rest of his head used to be. His killer, an 8-foot-tall, dark-plumed, black-eyed ostrich, hummed a tune Quinn figured was supposed to be some kind of necromantic spell. He conducted the air with a baton fashioned from bone, which he held with his beak. Except the only sound coming out of Fergus's absurdly long, salmon-colored neck was a high-pitched whining. Wherever the highwayman's soul was now, she had a feeling a crooning ostrich wasn't terribly likely to coax it back. "Ferg, it didn't work the first dozen times you tried it. It's not gonna start working now," Quinn told him as she searched a second dead highwayman's rightmost trouser pocket. Empty. The two sorry morons had jumped out from behind a pair of thick-trunked dead trees, armed with, God bless them, bread knives. Their bare pockets attested to just how effective that had been. Though, Quinn supposed, it could have also meant they were the first saps these two had run into. She'd be surprised if there were lots of people heading down to Queensworth, or up to the station. Queensworth was, by repute, something of a pit. When they arrived, she hadn't seen a single person waiting at the station apart from its solitary station agent. Fergus gave up, prodded the dead highwayman with his enormous ostrich toe, and tucked his baton back into his generous plumage. "You never know. A man can dream," he said. His voice rattled around in her skull and sounded exactly how a telepathic necromancer ostrich ought to sound. "Right. So what exactly would you do with him if you did manage to resurrect him?" Have him carry my things, do a silly dance, something or other. Whatever will distract me from the fact that I found myself protecting you on some errand for the Stardust out in the middle of an Inculf backwater for what feels like the third time this year."